I found out that my FSH was super high. Something happened to me after my transfers. Hi ladies, thanks for stopping by. My name is Helen. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. It's so great to be back and finally have a minute to myself in this house. I'm at my parents' house where I can just kind of take a minute to film and update all of you on how I've been doing. It's been so long since I last posted a video. I think it's been over a month. And honestly, I've been like really busy. So today I think I'll give you an update on where I am in my IVF journey. For those of you who are new here, I should tell you that I started this YouTube channel just a year ago when I started my IVF journey abroad here in Korea. I actually live in California, but I came to Korea for IVF treatments because of the affordability as well as the high quality care. And also I'm originally from Korea, so I know how to navigate my way around here. And I also felt like it was such a great opportunity that I got together with other women who are also going through IVF here in Korea. We were able to create this free service called Bloom Korea. This is our company. And we help women from all over the world, especially the States, but you could be anywhere in the world. If you want affordable, high quality IVF treatments or any medical treatments, actually for that matter, health checkups, beauty treatments, we provide all of that here in Korea. And so I just thought that it was just such a wonderful opportunity to be able to share what I have access to and what I know about, that Korea has such high quality medical care at affordable prices. And IVF in the States is just not affordable. It's not. It's way too expensive. And so I think this is such a great opportunity for a lot of women, especially women like me who are advanced maternal age or have diminished ovarian reserve, or even women with PCOS. It affords you the chance to get multiple rounds of IVF, which a lot of people can't afford in the States. And so we provide the service for free to help guide women and connect them to the best hospitals and doctors here in Korea. So if you are interested in something like that, then I will put up our website here and you can reach out to us and get a free consultation about your options. And yeah, we'll help you because we've been through it ourselves. Anyway, my journey is ongoing and unfortunately a little longer than I expected. As a lot of you guys know, I had 3 back-to-back frozen embryo transfers earlier this year, and unfortunately none of them stuck. But I did get pregnant. I did get the positive pregnancy tests. And so I ended up having a few chemical pregnancies, and it was probably the roughest thing that I've ever been through, and like having to go through multiple failed transfers. It's just really harsh on your body and your soul. It's a lot. So I had to take the whole summer off of IVF and anything baby related just to focus on my mental health and just go back home to California and enjoy my summer there. And I have to say that the break really helped me come back to a place where I can continue again. Last month, I was able to travel back to Korea and I started my 9th egg retrieval. I've been updating people here and there in our Facebook group, our support group, as well as my Instagram, but I haven't made one of these long form videos in a while. So today I will share with you how it's been going so far and also how I was able to lower my FSH over the summer. I'll share that with you today. So before I went back to the States for my long summer bliss with my husband and my cats, I found out that my FSH was super high. Just something happened to me after my transfers. I don't know if it was the medication or, just the sadness of losing all the embryos that I had worked a whole year to collect. It's probably a little bit of both. My body was not doing very well. My cycles went from 26 days to about 38 days. I don't know why, but my period was not coming. And on top of that, I was spotting throughout my cycle, even when I wasn't on my period. So this was very concerning. I thought, oh my gosh, did all these failed transfers or did IVF throw me into menopause? Like, what is happening with my body right now? I was not sure if I could continue with IVF or any other treatments or if I would ever bounce back. My FSH levels were in the 20s and 30s, I believe. I don't remember the exact number, but it was really high. The highest it had ever been before that was 18, and I had somehow gotten it down to like 10.8 or something like that. So I was at a good place before I did my transfers. But after my transfers, it went up to like 20s and 30s. On top of that, I had an ultrasound and they were able to see the condition of my ovaries, and the way that my doctor described it was that they were hard and like kind of shriveled up. He said that he had never seen such a rapid decline in ovarian function before, and he felt like it was because I was sad. And so doctor's orders, he ordered me to go back to California and take a few months off and be with my husband and try to find peace again. So yeah, that's what I did. So over the summer, I did a lot of things to work on my body and to work on my mental health. I really needed to get back to a place where I wasn't so sad all the time. And so I was doing a lot of sessions with my tapping specialist. She's my life coach. Her name is Shirley. She's like the best thing that ever happened to me because she really got me through such a dark place in my life where, I was really depressed and I wasn't sure if I was ever going to come out of it. Sorry, I'm like on a million hormones right now, so I am a little sensitive. Give me a moment. Okay. Also hot flashes. Whew. Okay, so I did a lot of sessions with my life coach. I like to call her my therapist, but I guess that's not the right title for her. She's more of a coach. I was able to kind of get through this very dark moment in my life where I was grieving nonstop. I had collected 7 embryos throughout the course of a year because I have diminished ovarian reserve, as many of you know. And it just takes a lot longer for me to create an embryo and, freeze them and collect them. So I had to work on those 7 embryos over the course of a whole year. And I think it was just like the death of a dream. It was the death of hope. I needed a lot of love from my friends and family to get back to a place where I felt okay enough to pursue IVF again. One of the things that I did that really helped me get past my grieving, it was something that was suggested by my life coach, and she told me that maybe I can have a ceremony to honor the memory of my embryos. And I know that embryos are not actually children. They're not actual babies, but they are that hope, you know, that it's the hope of a child. Losing all of my embryos, I think it really was such a loss for me. It was such a painful thing for me that I had to go through. And having this physical ceremony where my husband and I actually went to the beach and we wrote these love letters for our spirit babies. And I still remember what I wrote. I wrote, "I love you so much and thank you so much for giving me hope and giving me, even for a moment, the chance to be a mother. And I understand if you can't come here and be with us. If you decide not to come to us, I understand. But I really hope that you do decide to come and be with us. And I will love you forever." And so that was my letter. And my husband wrote his own thing. We didn't share what we wrote. It was a very individual, private letter to our spirit babies. And then we went to the beach and then we burned the letters and we kind of really let them go. Honestly, at the time, it was messy. The winds were blowing everywhere. We were burning ourselves. It wasn't like this perfect memorial that I had imagined in my head. And it was just a lot trickier. Like the act of burning the letters in a super windy place, very difficult. But we got through it. And I remember I didn't feel anything at the time, but a few weeks after the act of actually physically letting them go, I realized that I wasn't sad anymore. I just felt so much better. Okay, so that's how I kind of worked on my mental health. I would always also exercise with my husband. My husband and I always went to the gym together. We really rekindled our love for each other too. I know it sounds really corny, but we really reconnected, and being months away from him was very difficult for me. So we took daily walks together, like every single day. That was our quality time. I also had my 2 beautiful kitties with me, so that was also very healing. I mean, yeah, they're basically my children. So to decrease my FSH, I tried a few different things. I had always eaten healthy, so, you know, there wasn't a lot that I could really improve there, but I did go even further. I tried to cut out flour completely. I was no longer having flour, nothing flour or fried. All the oil that I used for my cooking was either avocado oil or olive oil. I did have rice. I tried to stick to brown rice more than white rice so that I can control my blood sugar levels. But, you know, less carbs, more protein and vegetables. I definitely increased my green vegetable intake. A couple months before I came back to Korea, I started having smoothies, celery smoothies. I wanted to detox my body. I wanted to clean out my liver and all the bloating in my body. So I would have my husband make me these smoothies. He needs to participate in, you know, helping me be healthy so that I can go through IVF. It's not just a me process, but it's a we process. So he would always make me celery smoothies in the morning, and the smoothies would include organic celery, apples, parsley, a little ginger, and apple cider vinegar. I would have a smoothie, a fresh smoothie every single morning when I woke up. And I think that's actually what did the trick, because after I started having these smoothies, my body felt so much better. I felt less bloated. I just felt lighter, better digestion throughout the day. I could just feel it in my body that my health was improving. And so I definitely recommend the celery smoothies in the morning. I also know that there are a lot of women who have the wheatgrass smoothies to decrease their FSH. I've heard that it works wonders. So you can try one or the other, or also just include the wheatgrass in the celery smoothie. That also works. When I got back to Korea and I tested myself, all my levels were super normal. My FSH was 6, my estrogen levels were normal, TSH normal, everything was good. So let me update you on my 9th egg retrieval. I can't believe it's already been 9 egg retrievals, but here we are. I don't know if I told you this, but during my summer of bliss, I found out that my very famous and very experienced IVF doctor was retiring before I would get there or get here. And I started panicking because, you know, I had the best of the best and I had made plans to continue on in my journey with him. So I was just quite thrown off that my doctor had all of a sudden planned to retire. I was recommended a doctor by the hospital, a much younger female doctor, a woman doctor, which is more comfortable for me. But the fact of the matter is that she was a lot less experienced than my previous doctor. Although she was quite popular, I know that a lot of people want to be her patient. I knew nothing about her. But I decided to go with this doctor, and she actually turned out to be really great because she's very empathetic. I feel like I have more of a relationship with her. I feel like I can communicate with her. I really connect with my doctor and I really like her. I just feel like she has a lot of empathy and she's very kind. So my doctor's plan is basically to collect a few embryos, do a few egg retrievals, and she wants to collect at least 3 or 4 before we attempt at a transfer. She changed my medication as well. She's willing to try human growth hormone on me. Let me see if I can find the name of the drug that she prescribed to me. It's called Utropin, which is human growth hormone. So she was willing to try that with me. She also paired this with melatonin because evidently you need to get really, really good sleep if you're gonna have human growth hormone for it to work. She also changed my medication from Follitrope, which is just FSH, and then she changed it to like a combination of LH and FSH. The name of the drug is called Pergoveris, Pergoveris. Look it up. We saw 4 follicles, and out of the 4, unfortunately, I had a dominant follicle, and so that one was growing while the other ones were kind of staying the same size, which is a problem that I usually tend to have in all of my IVF cycles. Ultimately, we were able to retrieve 2 mature eggs, and one of them fertilized, and we were able to freeze that one at day 3. I asked my doctor about this because I do understand that day 5 embryos are just better quality than day 3s, and there's just a much higher chance than day 3s. But my doctor basically told me the reason why they froze my embryo at day 3 is because it was the only one. There was nothing to compare it with in terms of like the growth rate. So they just wanted to save that one embryo because it was the only one that I had. But she did say that it was a pretty good quality embryo for day 3. Obviously, if it was growing better, then I'm sure that they would have grown it to day 5. But, you know, day 3 is better than nothing. So obviously, there's a little bit of a question of, are my ovaries just, have they lost it? Are they not functioning as well as they used to? Because they used to be able to at least make day 5s. But, you know, I'm just going to trust the process and just go with it and do the best that I can and leave it to the universe. There are just so many things that are out of my control and I can't obsess about every little thing. So that's where I'm at right now. For those of you who are interested in following me and getting regular updates and engaging with me, you can follow me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram handle up here, as well as the Facebook support group that I created. it's just a support group so that we can just be there for one another as we go through this fertility journey together, because it can be rough. It's good to be amongst friends that understand what you're going through. Thank you so much for being there for me, and please let me know where you're at in your journey in the comments below, because I really love engaging with every one of you, and it's just makes me feel less alone, you know what I mean? And I'm just so appreciative of all the support and love and positivity that's in this community. So thank you so much for that. If you enjoyed this video, please like this video and please subscribe to my channel, and please share this video with somebody that you feel like might benefit from it. And I will update you guys again very soon.